Is Silent Hill 2 Remake worth your money? Let's talk about it. Going into Silent Hill, I was hesitant. The last game I enjoyed from Konami was Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and I can certainly say I was impressed with how the game turned out. The story of the game is extremely good. Without getting too much into spoilers, you play as a man named James, who travels to a town called Silent Hill in search of his late wife.
I'm looking for someone. Someone very important to me.
The story takes a lot of twists and turns, and the psychological torment that not only your character goes through, but the characters in the world is both terrifying and intriguing. This game is through and through a horror experience, and boy oh boy does this game nail it. I love how the game handles scares. Enemies will sometimes hide behind or blend in with the scenery around the map, waiting for you to get close to jump you. Sometimes you'll even spot the enemy scurry away as they try to find a new spot to hide. It's all very good, and it does a really good job at putting the player in a spot of uneasiness as it's trying to catch you off guard with scares. The sound also plays a very big role in this game. The way you can hear the enemies moving around you, putting you into suspense, is really good. The gameplay is a little bit more slower pace than other horror action games, but I think it serves this game really well. Your main source of attacking is with your melee weapon. Guns do play a role in this game, but it's usually best to save your ammo, at least on the harder difficulty. I found it that way. So you should be used to throwing out that melee swing pretty often in this game. The combat feels fine, but it's about what you would expect from a third-person horror game. The game does also include a dodge mechanic, allowing you to get close to your enemies or away if you need it. I do also want to mention that I did find the dodge to sometimes work against me when fighting multiple enemies. It's a little difficult when they're all ganged up on you, but it worked well most of the time. I didn't really have too many issues with it. I also did run into a weird bug in this game where when I would get hit and die, instead of it playing a death animation, the screen would just cut to black and I would just be at the game over screen. So that was a little weird. I did play the game on hard difficulty, both with combat and puzzles, so I'm unsure if that played a little role in the bug, but I'm unsure. Also, speaking of puzzles, this game has a lot of puzzles, and I really enjoyed the puzzles this game puts forward. It was a lot of fun piecing it together and trying to solve it, especially on the harder difficulty. The graphics are also not bad. It's not the best looking game out there, but it does what it needs to do without many faults. However, the atmosphere that the graphics set in this game are insane. Being inside of a scary building with monsters lurking around every corner is super intense and really scary. I also really like that they kept the multiple endings from the original game, as it adds a fun amount of replayability to the game. The game has 8 different endings that you're able to unlock. And the game also does have that classic graphics and performance mode, so if you're looking for the 60 FPS experience or the 4K experience, the choice is yours to make. So I guess when it comes to is this game worth picking up, I would say it depends on the type of gamer you are. If you love horror games, then this is a must-buy, as Silent Hill 2 Remake might be one of the best horror games I have played in a long time. Now, with all of that being said, let's discuss the rating for this game. First, we'll start with the graphics. The world looks great. Enemy design in this game is also very well done. Now, onto the story. The main story is incredible, with 8 different endings to unlock, amazing characters, and amazing world building. Next, the gameplay. Combat is entertaining, and the jump scares are done extremely well. Dodging, however, sometimes felt finicky. Next, the performance. The game has both options for performance and graphics. Sometimes I would die without seeing a death animation. Overall, no major bugs to report. Next, the sound. The sound is super immersive, very well done, and the music is very good as well. Overall, Silent Hill 2 gets a 4.5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching my review. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you're interested in Silent Hill 2, or if you've played the remake and what are your thoughts on the game. I'd love to know. Don't forget to also leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like this content and want to see more like it in the near future. I will be working on a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero review next, so keep a lookout for that. Thanks again, I've been Flame TP, and I'll see you all next time.